There we go. Welcome to the journey of Grandiasha. We are back. So, last week we didn't have an episode, of course, and that happens. That happens. But we're back with episode 45 officially. We are down a dwindle, sadly. Finals and all. So, school and life and things. He's going on to, better himself. So, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for coming in. Tonight, we are back with May, Nyla, and Odile, as our wonderful group has just gotten done fighting off a rampant catfish of some kind, as well as attempting to not be sucked into an underground cavern of water, it seems, as the ground below them was falling apart, quite literally. And with this falling apart and the group doing their own things, after everything was said and done, after Dwindle had gotten his shield back from the expanse of water beneath, and after Nyla had helped him back up onto the dirt and solid ground, Nyla and Dwindle quickly make their way away from the water and the creature within. To find May, who was on her way to help and find out what was going on. After making it back to camp, of course, the two decide that going back into the forest to try and at least get a few things may help, but with the night and their experience with the underwater creature, it was quite difficult to actually find anything, as there were other things on their mind. However, Odile did find something out about Eddie that was rather interesting. And with the night being passed, as each watch is taken, each watch is carefully observed, and each watch is passed, the group get long rests as the next day begins. Dwindle, of course, has gotten the rams ready. I really wish that Discord would stop cutting off my music. Now, Dwindle, of course, has gotten the rams ready, and the wagon ready for transport. Each of the group doing their own preparations for the morning. The day is yours.
Why did no one wake me up for a shift last night?
Honestly, nothing eventful happened. Like, it was pretty calm all night, and you needed your beauty rest. Oh wait, I remember. It seemed like you needed the most stressed out of all of us.
I would have been fine taking it. I mean, like, it's obviously not a big deal since nothing happened, but you don't have to let me sleep through my shift.
We didn't, but it felt better to have you feel more rested. You'll be more helpful if you're more rested anyways, so.
That's fair.
Is Clementine and Dwindle up? Odile! Odile! Is Odile and Dwindle up?
I see Dwindle over there.
God's awake. She's not doing anything. She's awake. Couldn't not sleep through the banging of pans.
Oh, the banging pans out. Yeah, sorry.
Should we, like, get going?
Yeah, probably. Let's finish packing this stuff up with Dwindle.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The wand's already hooked up, ready to go.
Getting ready montage.
And with that, the group readies themselves for the day. Do keep in mind, based on your classes, you are able to prepare spells each morning. So, if you want to trade any out, now would be the time. Just in case.
I feel like now we probably should.
Based off of what you're saying.
I'm just saying. I've noticed that you've just kind of stuck with the same spells, and I'm just like...
They're tried and true, okay?
Yeah. Of course.
I think I've only used like 2 spells thus far.
Well, you also like stabbing things.
I do like stabbing things.
No, I should probably try switching it up sometime. But...
Alright.
I see.
I'm just letting you all know so that you have an idea. So, if you ever want to try out new spells or anything like that, you can easily do that. But nonetheless, as travel begins and the day truly starts, I need May to roll a d20.
Okay. It's gonna be a good one today. It's gonna be good. 2. 2.
And it was glorious.
Yeah. It was glorious. For you see, we could always trust in the mighty dice. Yeah.
And you said that you got a 2.
In simple terms, yes.
Should be exciting.
Really high or really low?
That's true.
Could be good.
It's either gonna be really good or really bad.
You never know.
Okay. Well.
Oh, that's never good.
Oh no, don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Maybe. You know what? I need a D100. I'll look for that on Amazon later. Sorry, ADHD kicked in. So, with a 2. Alright. Well, since May rolled for the encounter, and there's only 3 of you today, May rolled for the encounter. Nyla, I would like you to roll a d4. No, it's a d12.
D12?
Yes, you are rolling the weather.
This will take a sec to find one.
Okay.
Weather.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Interesting.
7.
7. Okay. Okay.
And it was glorious.
It was beautiful. Fantastic.
Because of the weather roll, Odile, I would love a d4 from you.
Give our family. What's the word?
Should we start like making our wills and?
Ha 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 ha. You got a 3. Okay.
Although, joke's on you, I don't have any family.
Why is it Kryzen being an orphan?
So, as the group travels, heading further south now, and getting one day closer to crows, the group feels the air become colder as the weather starts to settle in. Snow begins to fall from dark clouds that roll over during the day. However, about halfway through the day, and still getting closer, I would like perception checks.
Different dice this time.
And mine is at disadvantage.
3.
Oh, 14.
Aren't you a ranger? Are you a ranger? Or are you a rogue that does archery?
I'm a rogue that does archery.
Yep.
I have a +6 in perception, but I also have an exhaustion point.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It's a
But
7.
honestly, 14's not too bad.
Yeah. 22. 22, 14, and May got
7.
a 7. Well. I'll go on ahead and roll. Okay. Everybody on the cart, except May, who's preoccupied with her own things, notice metal in the distance. Gray. Silver. However, the group also notices it's moving. The group begins getting closer and closer down the path, and in the distance you can hear the clanking of metal as well as the sound of hoofs against the frozen dirt below. A visual begins to come into closer view, as those that noticed originally now see guards. A small troop of guards upon horseback, seemingly flying the banner of crows, seem to be traveling in the opposite direction that you all are, back towards Crestia. I really wish the Discord would stop that.
That can't be good.
No. Do you think they're carrying news of some type?
Do you think the crows is so destroyed that they have no place else to go?
It's just gonna creep
That
back into the carriage and hide.
How many people did you say were here?
It's a small troop of about 5 or 6.
Okay. I was picturing more than that. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe it's just news.
May wouldn't have seen it actually. You guys didn't tell her about it, so she's probably actually just in her own world. Apologies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that?
See what?
Over there.
It
Trees.
Being
Trees.
pointed out. You could see it after it's pointed out.
Oh, that is not a tree. Is that?
No, it's not.
Maybe it's news from crows to Crestia. Something. Something had to have happened.
Yeah, maybe it's just news, but it doesn't bode well.
Does it? Can we see how many people? Like a rough estimate?
Is it like 5 or 6?
5 or 6.
Seems there are 5 or 6, and there's one that is better. It seems there's one that is lightly better armored than the others, but it looks more like fancy rather than helpful. The little bits and pieces that are different from the rest of the armor versus his is really just decorational. Like this leader seems to have some sort of like a mantle that leads to a cape that has the same coloration and banner as the one that's currently being held by the rear 2.
Do you think maybe that there could something have happened to Crustia, and they're sending more people to help? Or...
Didn't. Why is it that way, though? I feel like it either means bad news for Crestia or bad news for crows, or maybe crows is okay and they are sending more people to Crestia.
Right. Do they look like they're in a hurry? Like, are they like rushing, or are they?
It looks like they are traveling. It's not necessarily a rush, but it does look like they have work kind of stuff. It looks like they have a serious look on their face.
And how close are we to them?
At this point, after talking back and forth with Dwindle being as he is and continuing forward, I would say they're at most maybe 100 feet now. 150.
I think we should talk to them. See if they have
Yeah.
news.
Any news is helpful.
Exactly.
Do you want to lead the interaction?
Fine.
Cool.
When they get a little closer now, I'm just gonna hop down from the cart.
Okay. As you do, Dwindle, being who he is, stops the goats, or the rams. Probably scolds you for jumping out of a moving cart.
It's not the worst thing I've done.
And anyone within... Well, actually, all of you can probably hear it as Eddie floats above the cart and just... This should be interesting.
Very exciting.
When she gets pretty close to them, she's also gonna just shut up. What's your business?
How close is how close is close?
I mean, close enough that they can hear, but still far enough that they have a little bit of room to stop, get around, whatever. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you all are on the wagon and taking up half, if not more, of the path, and these horseback guards seem to. They of course took notice of you, as you are in a wagon, and it's easier to spot you than it is anybody else. So they had kind of moved over as they were going to seemingly go around you anyway. But as you hop out and you get their attention, the one that's in the front, you actually notice that under the helm that he has on are two tusks that kind of poke out from a lightly green-skinned half-orc who comes forward, and the troop continuing forward but stopping right there next to you in the wagon seems to look down at you from the horseback. Well, we're coming from Crosh, and we have at least news of Crows being fine. Are you all coming from Crestia?
We are.
Yes.
You said Crows is alright?
For the most part.
What sort of damage been done, you said?
Mostly the worried folk. A few are using the worry to riot a little bit, but we took care of that for the most part. The common folk seem to be mostly worried of everything else. The only real damage seems to be psychological. The beast flew right over us.
But it didn't stop?
Doesn't seem like it.
That's good news for all of you.
We're going to Crestia to see what their damage is and if they need any support, and we wish to bring the news of Crows being fine, but you all are coming from Crestia. Is Crestia okay? Are the people okay?
A large portion of the wall was taken out by the dragon. The people are rallying, they're doing well, but they'll appreciate your help, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, we're happy to hear that, at least.
Of course.
Are you all going to Crows?
That is likely going to be one of our stops.
Okay. Would you be willing to let one of the guards at the gate know that Crestia is okay for the most part, but needs reinforcements to help with the damages?
Of course.
If you
Do
at
you want
least
a
live,
seal or something? Do you want to
hold
send
on.
me with anything yours?
He then kind of looks over his shoulder at one of the other two that are kind of positioned right there behind him, and one of them steps up and starts digging through a small satchel at the side of the horse and opens it up before pulling out a small parchment and what looks to be a small box. He then hands it over to this half-orc, who takes it, opens the box, and inside seems to be a small piece of wood with a handle kind of sticking out. And as he unrolls the parchment slightly, you notice that it's just a little square, really. It's just a little square piece. And he pulls this small box, the handle on the inside, he kind of pulls that out, and you notice it's a stamp. And inside, on the bottom, is a small stamp board with the felt and the ink. And he then places it onto the parchment before putting back the stamp. The parchment now has the same symbol as what's on the banners. He then holds it out to you. if you can give them this, they'll know that it's at least from us.
Of course. And what was your name?
Hellion.
Can you spell that for me as a DM, not as
Halion.
Alion? Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember that. And of course, I'll pass it on.
Thank you. Will go on ahead and head to Crestia and make sure that we can begin helping.
Of course. Best of luck.
And with that, the half-orc nods one last time before the small troop begins once again, and you hear the hoofs against the frozen ground pass around you all before beginning their journey once again towards Crestia. You all left to your wagon.
Shall we continue?
Dwindle then cracks the leads, and the rams begin moving.
I'm assuming that at least May was listening to that conversation.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
not the wind.
Eddie, of course, has floated back down into the wagon. That went better than I expected.
You and me both.
I was expecting to watch all of you get arrested.
Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised.
I'm so glad you think the best of us.
I don't think badly of you or poorly or anything. I just expect the worst when it comes to this group.
That's fair.
What's the saying? Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
You really embody that theory,
We really do.
the ideal.
It's okay, though. It keeps things entertaining.
Glad we're so entertaining for you.
Oh, of course, without a doubt. Especially considering I don't have my library anymore, but this is just as interesting.
Thanks to me and Wendell, you have at least a little bit of a library.
A little bit is an understatement.
I gave him like 4 stacks of books. I don't know what he did with them, but it was a lot of books that I gave him. Compared to your library, obviously not much, but
Well. It's okay. As I said, you all keep things entertaining just fine. And with that, travel continues. The weather continuing to snow. The snow beginning to pile once again around the path. And a little bit on the path, honestly. It gets a little more difficult to... It gets a little more difficult to see the path as the afternoon gets closer to evening, and the snow has continued to fall throughout the day, as the clouds overhead block any moonlight that may have shed down as the sun begins to set through the clouds. I would like since Dwindle's not here, one of you can roll for him, or I can, and hope for the best, but
what are we rolling?
I'm going to need a survival check.
from everyone?
Well, if somebody wants to help dwindle, they can roll it at advantage themselves.
Hmm. That would still just give me a straight roll.
Oh wait, no. You want me to? You want me to?
If you'd like.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, it's better have the 2 rolls. Here. Oh, okay, okay. It's getting better. It's getting better. That isn't 19
Not bad.
or a
19.
1.
Fair enough. With a 19, May and Dwindle manage to help keep the wagon mostly on the path. Of course, there's a little bit of deviation as some of the path is now piled higher than the rest, but it's relatively safe for the most part as the group continues down the path. Before finally reaching a space where they are able to camp. The night, of course, continuing to be snowed. Is there anything that you all would like to do for the evening?
Well, after setting up camp, I'm gonna go sit by the fire and take the head out of the bag.
It is rancid.
I'm just gonna call Nyla over. Hey Nyla,
Yeah?
is there any way to? Do you know if there's any spell to make it less?
Uh,
Gross?
we don't have like a whole heck of a lot of salt, do we?
Do we?
I
I
don't
feel like
know.
Where's Dwindle when you need him?
I know, right?
Off taking a dump somewhere. Just
So we could mummify
for
it.
the past 4 hours. Um. No, it's getting too much. Who are we bringing this to, anyways?
I don't remember. It was someone Dwindle and Odd talked to, wasn't it? Or at least Dwindle?
I mean, they had to have. Why was it so important, though? I don't get it. It left crows. Well, I guess it was important if we had to kill it, but
This is the Beastmaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
the
Oh, I was
beast,
gonna say that.
it's gotta be, right?
I mean, I wasn't there when I killed it,
Well,
but I would
when he...
assume so. I don't doubt
Are you guys
you.
near Odd?
Huh?
Or are you guys near Odd at all? Or are
I
you
was
guys
gonna
just
ask.
talking to each other?
We're just talking to each other near the
Okay.
fire. Where is Odd exactly?
She's doing something. Probably mumbling a lot to herself.
Also, question for the DM. I don't know
Answer.
if it's stretching. I don't know if it's stretching the abilities of prestidigitation, but I feel like it might make sense that under the clean or soil an object to dry it out slowly. Is that something that would be capable of?
You would be able to dry off the moisture that it's currently collecting from being, in the crimson bag, and I do mean like this sack that you have kept this head in is now crimson. It is like a deep black at the bottom now because of the leakage. So you could
We
use
can like clean up that part too.
You could clean the bag. You could clean it physically, like if you were to take a shower or something like that. That's how prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Yep, that word. That's basically how that cantrip works in the sense of you can dry an object as if it's like if you've been out in the rain, you can take some time after getting inside to dry yourself off. You can clean off the crimson that's dried onto the skull on this head, but it's not like gentle repose where it'll keep it from decaying or anything like that. It's just getting the moisture off of the physical thing.
That's fair. I mean, I can do that at least, even if it doesn't, fully do it. I can clean up what's there for whatever it's worth.
I really wish Discord would stop that.
Anybody got mending?
Technically speaking...
Yeah, I mean, I'm more or less wondering if it can dehydrate something, if that's within its capabilities.
Technically speaking, you could chill it.
Yes. That's a pretty temporary effect though, right?
You would think after being in the snow and stuff that it'd just be frozen.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
You chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour.
Does it fit inside 1 cubic foot? I was picturing it as being bigger than that.
Did you say flavor?
Yep, flavor.
Like pork chop, food, stuff like that. That's how most would use it, at least.
Venison.
But yes, I would say that this would fit in about 1 cubic foot. It's probably closer to about 2.5, maybe 3. But you can take a little bit of time to do it.
Yeah, and is that like freezing it solid?
You could chill it, and you do already notice that there is frost where the blood has dried and just kind of solidified against the head. But most of the head is still just kind of...
Yeah. Wow. After cleaning it up and chilling it a little bit, I think that's the best I can do, unfortunately. I mean, it's a little better, right?
It's not as bad as it was.
Also, I can temporarily make it smell slightly different. Whether or not it's a better smell, who knows?
Only you would have a spell like that.
Also, I would like to... I should probably try to find some meat, right? Go hunt a little bit. Since I thoroughly and utterly failed last night.
Well...
I was about to say, this always goes well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you want to go out, I'll go with you.
Okay. We don't need to go too far either.
Odd.
And
yes.
Did you want to come with us? We're going to go out hunting.
Okay, but you all have to be quiet, right? Like, real quiet. Or we'll scare everything away.
No. You
If
have
you're
fun.
too loud, I will send you back.
You have fun. Bye. No bringing back moose or squirrels this time. I mean, I know it wasn't you that brought back the squirrels, but still.
Yeah. I'll
No
try.
promises.
We'll do our best.
Mm-hmm. Sure you will.
I mean, we will. Whether or not it works is a different matter.
Mm. Okay.
We have. I have some mixed luck when it comes to this.
Well,
Sorry, every time you've done this so far, it ends in trouble.
Okay. Actually, that was before we met, so that's fair. I got a nice sized deer when we first met Dwindle.
Okay. Every time you've done this since I've been in this group, it's ended in trouble.
I can't argue with that, but I will try again.
it just takes practice and patience to learn anything.
Apparently. Apparently, the frozen wastelands is a different place when it comes to hunting. I think I'm
Yeah.
used to a little bit warmer forests.
What was the creature that we had to fight? The remoras?
Oh,
Remoras?
Well, yeah, there's a
Remoras?
lot less remoras down here than there is up there, so.
I would sure hope so.
But apparently giant catfish is another thing.
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't want to know.
Me neither, honestly.
How'd
I mean, I
Dwindle
do, but
fall
it's
in anyways?
it's a long story. I don't remember
Well,
half of it.
let's go find something though. Let's not waste the rest of the daylight.
Yeah, let's do it. Alright, we're gonna go hunting.
Alright. Well, I would love sneak stealth checks from both of you, and
Oh, I forgot,
while
I'm still at disadvantage.
and while that's happening, Odile, I'd like you to roll a d100.
okay.
8.
3. 3. 3.
That wasn't even with disadvantage.
Yeah,
Hello,
again,
James.
splitting the
Hello,
group
Fo.
up.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. We're glad to have you here. So we got an 8 and a 3.
Yep. Oh. Wait, did I calculate that right?
And Odile,
48.
a 48.
Oh, sorry, I think I got a 10. Yeah, I got a 10. I did not math correctly. Oh, 4 plus 6 is not 8.
How does one math correctly? No one knows.
So, Odile and May. Not Odile and May. May and Nyla. Because Odile is still by the fire where the squirrels can't get to her. Nyla and May. You two attempt to quietly make your way into the forest, accidentally finding every twig on the way there. And it's a little difficult to get used to moving around in the snow without it crunching underfoot, especially with it still snowing. However, as you all, well, as you two make your way deeper in, you notice small lights in the distance. Small lights. In between the trees, a number of them. And when I say small, I don't mean that they seem far off in the distance. They seem genuinely small.
Lightning bugs?
I don't think lightning bugs come out this cold in the air.
Maybe. What do you think it is?
Can I give an insight check?
You can do a perception check.
Perception.
Insight is to try and figure out if a person's lying, what they're
Oh.
thinking, well, not necessarily what they're thinking, but like what's written on their face kind of thing.
Read my body language
Mm-hmm.
and or tone.
I got a 17.
A 17. Terrible at hiding, good at peeping. You look between the trees, and your eyes adjust slightly. You notice that the lights are moving slightly. It seems that they're shifting. And you notice all of the lights are a strange blue hue.
It's almost like they're moving. Do you see it?
Do I see it?
Fireflies aren't blue.
If you'd like to roll a perception from this distance, you certainly can.
Sure. And possibly start moving closer. Not one.
Stealthily.
+6.
You're pretty sure it's a trick of the mind.
I'm gonna move a bit closer and see if I can see it a little better.
Stealthy.
Okay.
Yes.
Are y'all moving
Yeah,
up
stealthily.
quietly? Alright.
Yes.
I will allow another stealth check.
11.
Okay.
That's better than last time, technically.
18.
18? Okay. You both move up, slowly making your way through the snow. And as you get closer, you notice that these strange lights, May had noticed that they were moving slightly. You notice that as you get closer, these lights do in fact move. This light of light blue hue, they seem to be moving somewhat strangely. And when you finally get close enough, you can see what look to be small, almost like sprites, made of some sort of blue light. They seem to be floating about. Mm, strange little, what look to be mushrooms of some kind that grow within this climate seem to dot the snow and the sides of the trees as these small lights dance about.
Is it the mushrooms that are glowing? Hmm.
It's these strange little floating sprites.
I, as a player, think I know what these are, but should I roll to see if Nyla would recognize something like this?
If you'd like.
What do you want me to roll?
You can roll nature, history.
Let's see. Oh, they're both the same. 10.
10. Not entirely sure what these are.
Mm.
May I?
If you'd like.
16.
16. Has May ever been to the Feywild?
No.
And you rolled a 16 for what? Nature or history?
Nature.
Nature. You're not exactly sure what these are. They look... How do I explain this? Because technically speaking, May has no idea what these are. I really can't say anything other than May's not sure what these are. I
That's
thought about
okay.
it because if you had rolled 16 for history, that meant you would have read it in a book somewhere. With nature, if you had traveled, then
Oh.
I'd say that either of you could have figured this out. But
So they just look like sprites.
they look like small floating lights. At this distance, at least.
I'm gonna keep
How
going
many of them
closer.
are there?
It looks to be a small, almost like a small village. But at the same time, they're not very large. These little mushroom houses are about the same size as those little like houses that you'd get for like a train set for Christmas decorations. 'Cause happy December, by the way.
I want to slowly, cautiously walk closer to them.
Okay.
Any more stealth?
One more stealth check.
Okay.
9.
2 plus 2 is 4.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Yes, that's very good.
Would either of you like to make a deal?
No.
Nah.
Okay.
I already have one sitting on me.
Oh yeah.
I don't live in debt.
Hmm. You both try to get closer. And as you get closer, curiosity gets the better of the two. As you both sink into the snow all of a sudden, as you have found a small divot where the ground below the snow is deeper, and there is a loud crunch as you just kind of fall into the snow, and you're about thigh deep in this small divot, and you look up and you notice these lights. Now that you're as close as you are, you notice that they are tiny humanoids with long ears and small wings that come out, two on either side, and they seem to give off a very faint light glow around each of them. However, as the closest suddenly turns and notices you, you hear what sounds like the twinkling of small bells and chimes before all of them seem to suddenly scatter and sprint throughout the air and speedily find their ways back into these small mushrooms. The slamming of tiny doors behind them, followed by the slamming of tiny shutters. All of these mushrooms now closed up with wooden doors made of twigs.
I feel bad now.
Think we scared them away thoroughly. I guess we shouldn't have had to be so scared of them. Even or odds?
Even.
Even is yes, odd is no. May's gonna go up, get a little closer, and get as close to the doors as she can, because she's just like gonna look in the mushroom.
I feel like this is a bad idea. That doesn't seem very polite.
Well, they're in there anyways. They can't see us.
I don't think that's how it works.
What is this tiny architecture?
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's beautiful.
And I'm just gonna keep walking and keep like getting up close and personal, looking at them so I can see them. What do you think they are?
I don't know. I would have thought like fairies, but it doesn't seem right.
No, fairy. Odil's a fairy, right?
I think so.
I think so. I don't think they're that.
Yeah, maybe they're different kinds of fairies.
Maybe. History?
Is that racist?
As you all stumble about this strange little village, admiring and curious, you hear you hear a very, very small but very courageous voice come from atop one of the houses behind the both of you. Begone, giants!
Sorry, we didn't mean to disturb you.
And as you turn around, you see what seems to be a small ice dandelion with a very tiny rapier.
We don't want to hurt you, I promise.
It's like a little needle.
Not helping.
Hello, small one. Ant, if you will.
So I
We
say
come in
small,
peace.
but this dandelion's about 2.5 feet tall.
Oh, so it's odd size.
Oh,
If I'm not
wait.
mistaken, Odd's a little taller, isn't she?
No, she's 2.5 feet.
Oh. Well.
Odd's 2.5 feet. Robon's 4.5.
Now, when I say this is a 2.5 foot tall dandelion or ice dandelion, I mean it seems to be an actual like moving plant. Its leaves stretch down to make legs, and 2 more leaves stretch out to make little arms, and one of the arms is holding this tiny itty bitty like toy rapier, and he's just kind of in guard stance, just kind of looking at the two of you, and each time one of you moves or anything like that, the rapier moves to the person moving or talking.
Nyla's gonna like get down on one knee and like hold up her hands. I promise, we don't mean any harm. You don't have to be afraid of us.
How are you growing in this cold of weather?
I would like a persuasion check from Nyla. I'd say advantage from May, but May's not really helping in this
I
situation.
don't think she's helping, so it's still a disadvantage. Oh, it's a 14 still.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You watch as this plant does not have a face, by the way. It is a sentient plant. So you can see where the yellow blooms of little itty bitty petals would dance outward to make this dandelion. You see little ice shards, as it is an ice dandelion. Now, as you talk and get down on one knee, you notice as it hops back, still in guard stance, ready to go. But as you talk and you as you talk and as you attempt to befriend this small flower, you notice that the sword kind of jumps forward as it leaps forward a step, and it goes, "And why should I believe 2 giants stumbling in?"
Why should we be afraid of a talking root?
May,
Weed.
you're not helping.
Sorry, it.
We don't have to be afraid of him, but also he doesn't have to be afraid of us.
May's also gonna get on one knee in front of him and like just touch the tip of his sword. Like, it's a little needle!
Let's see here.
Here comes the owies.
Oh boy. Oh wow. So So does a 20 hit?
I guess.
You go to touch the tip of his rapier, and you feel a very painful prick as he just stabs it into your fingertip. Don't get too close! I will stab!
May?
Just cursing. I'll cook you! And she grabs her dagger.
Nyla's
have
gonna
to beat
step
me
in
first.
between the two of them. Not worth it, you guys.
I don't eat animals, but you don't look like an animal.
Yeah, Nyla's gonna try to get in between these two. Everybody take a deep breath. This doesn't need to happen. We accidentally wandered in and we were curious because we've never seen someone like you before. We don't want to hurt you. Although maybe you shouldn't hurt her. Because she bites back.
Literally this time.
Yep. May, please.
I would like another persuasion check from Nyla.
I think that's an 11. Yeah, that's an 11.
He's the only one we see, right? Please, yeah, right?
He's the only one that is currently out and about, yes.
Why do I have to do this with an exhaustion point? This would be so much easier without. I do not have the energy for this, May.
While we are on the topic, he's not the same things that went into the mushrooms, right?
Mm-mm.
And he's
The other
the bigger,
ones-
right?
The other ones were small humanoids, like they looked like people, but their ears were extremely elongated and pointed, almost like an elf's. And they had almost like dragonfly wings that came out from their back.
Okay.
However, they gave off like a blue hue, and their skin looked like a deep blue, almost as if to try and blend into the snow around them.
Okay.
Now, this is just a sentient dandelion that is seemingly made of ice because it grows out here in the tundra.
Are you like the guardian to the mushroom people? Also, remind me, how tall are the mushroom people?
The
Sorry.
mushrooms? The ones that went into the mushrooms?
Yes.
The ones that went into the mushroom are probably no larger than from the bottom, like the base of your palm, up to the tip of your middle finger.
Okay.
And
Cool.
kind
That's
of,
what I thought, but I was doubting myself with the 2.5-foot tall dandelion.
Sorry, I just realized something.
Hmm.
Which version of a dandelion are we talking about? Are we talking about the yellow version of the dandelion
The
or the
yellow.
white poofy version? Okay, so never mind.
Yep.
Nice.
The weed.
I feel like I know what you were thinking.
They're good for tea, aren't they?
Not the one that actually gives you wishes, the one that's annoying and grows in your yard for no reason.
But they're pretty-ish.
Yeah, until they start soaking up all the nutrients from all the rest of your plants.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, are you like the guardian for the mushroom people?
I am
seems like-
Garmidor, guardian of the god.
Commodore?
I am Garmidor.
It seems like you're doing a good job.
GARMIDOR.
T-A-R-M.
GARMDIOR. Garmidor. Or Yeah, it should be Garmidor.
Garmidor?
Yeah.
Wait, I think I'm missing a vowel then. Is there a vowel between the M and the D?
Did my dyslexia kick in and mix the D and I?
Garmidore.
Yep,
That makes sense.
without the E.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Nice.
I have so many unanswered questions. How does one have a sentient plant? Did you have sentient parent plants? Or were you grown from a seed?
You are asking very difficult questions!
That does seem pretty personal.
I am Garmidor, guardian of the garden!
So is the mushrooms the garden that you are the guardian of?
Yes!
I'm impressed. Well done.
I am quite impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Oh, did I ever take damage for that? The poke?
You would take 2 piercing damage.
So what are the people that you guard? Like I said, we've never seen anyone like them before, and we didn't need to scare them off. We
The
really were
garden
just
goers?
curious. The garden goers?
The garden goers. That's what I call them.
The little
What's their
blue.
name?
Are they like fairies or something?
I have no idea.
How did you come to be guarding the garden goers?
That's an
I
excellent
have no
question.
idea.
Where did you get your weapon?
I woke up one day and I found it
Oh,
right there in front of me.
have you always been made of ice?
What's ice?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Were you ever yellow? Or green?
I don't know what either of those are.
I'm giving poor Garmidor an existential crisis.
You have a brain?
What?
Are there more of you?
Garmidor is the only Garmidor.
That makes sense.
I think. Garmidor has not left the garden.
What a very lonely existence.
What do you
Indeed.
mean? I have the garden goers. I can't understand a word they're saying, but I have them.
Why do you guard the garden goers?
Commodore the Guardian.
What do they need protecting from?
I don't know.
If we
I am
cut off one
Garmidor.
of- Do you think if we cut off one of his,
No,
tentacles and put it back?
I don't think we're gonna do that.
That's like,
She didn't even finish the question. Hey, if we cut off... No.
he's big enough to be like a reliable food source.
That's not how. No.
I have a proposition for you, Garmidor.
I have a sword.
Very pointy one. I
Yeah, you
guess.
do.
Have you ever wanted to explore the world?
You want to come with us? I think that's what she's gonna ask.
If there's nothing to protect the garden goers from, honestly, what's the point? You could have intelligent conversation like this. Because you've got a big brain.
I don't know what that is.
You're practically a giant. That's what we're saying. That's what I think she's saying.
Yeah, you don't fit in with the rest of them. We have someone just about your size.
Of course
We're
I don't
giant.
fit. I'm taller than they are. I can't get in their house.
So you're a giant to them, in the same way we're giants to you.
Yes, but I protect them. You're guardians. No, you're giants. Giants, I'm a guardian.
Why are you a guardian, though?
I don't know.
You choose to be one. Was that a conscious choice you made?
No. I think.
What if you wanted to be
Do you want to meet our
Doctor.
friends?
or a farmer? Have you ever wanted to be
True.
a farmer, Garmidor?
I don't know what that is.
If you want, we have friends who are just about your size. Have you ever met someone your size?
No.
Do you want to?
I don't know.
You could be friends. Imagine neither. You're not a giant, nor no one's a giant. You're just the same size.
Persuasion check.
Ah. Can I give her an advantage?
Yeah, can she help me so I can just do a straight roll for once?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Here comes reliable food source.
18.
You saying there are more giants?
No, I'm saying there's more people like you, your size. Well, they're people, but they're your size.
So there are giants that are my size?
Sure. Something like that. Are they giants if they're the same size as you? I think giants have to be bigger.
I must speak with my guardian friends.
You have guardian friends?
Yes.
Roll insight.
He then immediately turns around and you hear him mumbling to himself. And then all of a sudden, he's breaking into a battle with himself. He then suddenly jumps off to the side, and you see him looking off to the side, but he's in guard stance, and he seems to be dueling with something that is not there.
Do you need help?
He then suddenly pauses and looks to you both. His icicle petals just kind of directed towards you all now. No! Garmidor has it!
You know, we can always just make it like a trip. Like, we can always bring you back.
It's true. It doesn't have to be a permanent thing.
And you said they're giants my size?
Yes.
Hmm.
Who knows? You might be friends.
He then seems to lean over as if about to whisper to somebody else. The The two pretty giants make a good argument. As if talking to somebody. And then he continues the conversation. He genuinely has a full-on conversation with nobody. There is nobody there. There is nobody with him. There is no one talking other than him. And the best part is, it starts out with him talking about how it's a good argument and how it's a good idea. But then it turns into what he plans on doing later. And, you know, sitting out to photosynthesize. And it just turns into a normal conversation, but nobody else is conversating. It's just him. Well, it.
As he talks about photosynthesizing, May's gonna be like, "Hey, you like photosynthesizing? You don't get much sun here. We're going down south. You'll get lots of sun down there.
He's
Lots of
ice.
photosynthesizing."
He's made of ice, though. Is he gonna melt? I'm not a part of that. But if he does, I'm confused. How do you photosynthesize if you need to stay cold? The sun is hot, yes.
You see, the light hits my petals, and then the petals make energy, and the energy goes to things inside my body, and I feel things working. And then
Do you
I'm full.
Drip.
What's dripping?
Do you know what water is?
Well, yeah. Water's all around us. It's all wet.
Do you ever sweat?
Is water wet?
No.
Yes.
Okay, giants. He then seems to sheath his sword, and a little piece of him that's like part of the stem has just kind of been pulled out a little bit, where he has made himself a sheath from his like stem piece. But it's not even like a full sheath. It's the piece that holds the guard of his rapier. So the rest of the blade is just kind of dangling out. I will be Garmidor, guardian of the giants.
Yes.
For now.
Yeah. Follow us.
And if you ever choose not to be, we'll just bring you back. Fingers crossed behind her back.
I feel as though you're lying to me.
I would never lie to you, Garmidor. Hasn't
I
that what
suddenly
I've been
feel as
doing
though
thus
you are
far?
not lying to me.
He's easy to persuade. Yeah, just follow us. We'll lead you back to the other giants who are the same height as you put it.
Lead the way, giants.
Bye, Garmidor's friends.
Bye, people of the garden goers. That's the word.
And as you all leave, you can kind of see as some of them open their little shutters, and you can see them peek out a little bit before you pass by, and they suddenly close them again.
Do they look sad to see him go?
Insight check. At I would say a disadvantage, but you're already making it at disadvantage.
Got nothing. It wasn't one.
10.
A 10?
Uh-huh.
Can't really tell with them just peeking out if they're sad, disappointed, relieved. You're not entirely sure what emotion it is, as most of their faces are pretty well hidden. So it's a little difficult to make out, but you get this general sense that they are happy that you're leaving, at least. After Garmidor has jumped onto one of your sleeves and climbed up and is now riding Nyla's shoulder.
Oh, okay.
D. Groot!
Alright,
And as
start the trek back.
Yeah, you make your way back, and once again, Odile finds that those that have gone hunting have found nothing of the forest to eat. However, Odile does notice that upon Nyla's shoulder is a strange, glistening decoration of some kind.
As
This
May
is
gets
Garmidor.
closer- Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
And as Odile looks up and as Nyla and May get closer and Nyla greets Odile to Garmidor, Odile is suddenly attacked with a tiny voice as the yelling begins once again. I am Garmidor, guardian of the giants now!
What?
We found a friend.
You found a friend!
Yeah.
May's gonna, like, stumble over. He's a good food source.
No.
You would think that.
Did I hear that?
And Eddie's just kind of off to the side like,
Yeah, like I had looked at him going,
He's sworn to protect us.
protect ye? What?
I am
Alright,
Garmidor, guardian of the giants!
We're the giants, in case you couldn't tell. Although this
Oh,
is
I
one,
could tell.
this is one of the giants who's the same size as you.
A giant that is the same size!
Here.
I'm doing a nature check to see if I know what he is.
And what'd you get?
That was a +4, right? Yeah, +4, so. That is a 21 total.
Okay. So, you would know that this is an ice dandelion. It is a dandelion specifically known to grow in some of the coldest parts of tundras, as well as frozen forests, and most of them, and by most of them I mean almost every single ice dandelion, is usually silent and stays in one place. Almost none of them that you've ever read of, heard of, seen of, have ever moved, let alone wielded a rapier and yelled. This is a very special case, to say the least. But you do know that ice dandelions, their petals, do make for good drink refreshments, as they actually keep drinks relatively chilled.
I'm gonna tell May that information. Is he still on Nyla's shoulder?
Yes, and he's now got his little leaf hands on his where a waist would be? Question mark.
How's the rapier sitting in all this?
It's holding on.
Where did he come from? Where did you find him?
He was guarding a small house of maybe fairies, maybe something else. We don't really know what they were.
Fairies? That doesn't make sense. We wouldn't use. No,
would?
not the point. Not the point.
Do you know? They were really small and blue. And they had wings.
They were glowing.
They were glowing.
Small
And they
and
lived
blue.
in mushrooms.
And in. Hold up. The girls went to the bathroom.
That's fine. Well, while they're gone, you can roll a nature or a history.
Okay. Do I get advantage since I've been in the Feywild?
Yeah.
About the booze? Okay. Both of those are +4. So.
They just
This
give you
dice is
different
being so
information.
nice to me tonight.
They give you different information based on which one you choose.
I'll go with nature. Because honestly, I probably just had seen them more than I read about them. But that is another 22.
The dice are in your favor tonight.
Yes, they are. And I'm very thankful for it. Because no dice jail for you.
You would know that they are what are called winter winter sprites. They are small sprite creatures, loosely related to fairies, but not really. It's kind of that weird in between kind of thing. Most of them are known for sticking to the King of Winter's space within the Feywild, but most of them will stick to the edges of his kingdom, kind of to stay out of the way, because they're very small. And though they are strange at times, they are still small enough to be targets. Some do come to the plane of the material plane that you all find yourselves on for different reasons. But by the sound of it, Winter Sprite.
I'm gonna look up at the girls.
Oh, also, I didn't hear them say anything, but there was like a bells. Do you know what that was?
And then she just starts speaking in Sylvian.
It sounds exactly the same.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Winter sprites. Considering he's now saying he's guarding you, I'm guessing he was guarding them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Garmidor, Guardian of the Giants!
We just wanted you all to meet him. Seemed interested.
It's fair. He is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Won't lie.
I'm not adorable! I am dangerous! And adorable!
He's very dangerous. It's true.
Okay. Okay. Are you gonna come down from there, or are you just very happy up there?
I am fine up here.
Hmm.
I am
Rogan?
Garmidor, guardian of the giants.
I don't think he knows much more than that as far as words go. Although we did have a conversation, more or less. He also had a conversation with himself.
I mean, he is an ice dandelion. I get on Robon and then I like stand up on him and everything so I can get like closer up.
I can also sit down if you like.
No, it's fine.
I'm already
Still jealous that this guy got to get on your shoulders before I did.
I didn't know you wanted to. You can ride on my shoulders if you want.
Say no more! I jump on your other shoulder. You now have two small creatures on both your shoulders. Oh my god, we're the angels of Daredevil.
I am not that strong. Do I need to roll a save or something?
Well, the dandelion certainly does not weigh anything.
That's fair.
But the suddenly leaping upon you, Odile. Well,
Odd likes upbeats. Yeah. I don't remember how much I put her as weight either.
fairies are not heavy creatures.
Yeah.
So I'd say it'd knock you off balance a little bit, but you're not going to fall from it.
That's fair.
Maybe.
Oh. Right now, I guess?
You know what? Roll a strength save. Just a flat one. If you get above like a 5, you should be fine. You didn't get above a 5. You're not fine. The sudden leap of Odile knocks you off your feet. You are on your ass immediately.
Sorry.
I did not expect that one. I don't know
Sorry.
why I didn't expect that.
Yeah, you should always expect that.
And now Eddie has gone from to
Now it's just gonna stay seated. Well, I guess I'm sitting now.
Sorry. Anyway.
fine.
Congratulations, Nyla. You got 2 face spirits on your shoulders. Which one is good and which one is evil? All I can think of is one of us only tells lies. The other can only tell truths. Which is which?
That is and that is an excellent question, James.
Yeah. What was your name again?
I am Garmidor, guardian of the giants.
Did you guys trick him into this or something?
Trick him into it? No. We just thought you all would be interested in meeting each other. He was scared of us at first.
I wonder why.
It is because you are giants.
I know we're tall, but we're not that tall.
Compared to us, you are.
That's fair.
Giants.
Very big giants, but these ones are... Okay, and these ones are, yeah, these are giants.
I need art of this stat. These two having a conversation while sitting on Nyla's shoulders.
100%.
Conversation about Nyla and May while sitting on her shoulders opposite to each other.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
what? Did you come here willingly?
Yes, I like to believe that the people I meet are decent after I have not had to kill them. I have not met many people.
I can see that.
I'm Garmidor!
In the background, May's just casting Cure Wounds on her finger. Harmless!
Are we decent human beings?
I do not
I'm
know what a
answering
human
that.
is.
They're not.
I'm only partly human.
What is a human?
Half of what I am.
I don't know what that means.
That's okay. That's okay, buddy. That's okay. Hey, I see you have a very sharp, pointy thing on you. What is it? Let me
It
see.
is my rapier! And he just suddenly draws it, almost cutting across Odil's face on accident, as he's just now holding it into the air like a knight on a poster. I am Garmidor! Guardian
Now
of the
I'm gonna-
Giants!
Carefully wrap her arm around, grab an arrow, and hand it to him. What do you think about this?
That is a very large thing!
You could use it as a spear if you want.
Bad idea.
What's a spear?
Yeah. It's
Don't.
nothing, Garmidor. Why are we going to turn him into...
Okay. Okay. Can we get this out of my face now? Here, please. Thank you. I need to know before we continue this conversation. Were you guys planning on bringing him back to his guardian post?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think it's a good idea for us to bring him with us. He might melt.
Well, that and if he was guardian the winter sprites, that means that might have been an important town, possibly.
Yeah.
But
I didn't mean to change his alliance. Or what that's
oh, I don't think he did that. Don't worry. I don't think he has the mental capacity for that.
I don't know what an
Or maybe he
alliance
does.
is.
Yeah, my point.
like you were guarding them and now you're guarding us.
If you went back to the where was he? What were you guarding before?
The
I was
guarding door.
Garmidor, guardian of the garden.
Got
The
it.
guard-
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Guarding
If you
his
went
guard-
back there, would you continue to guardian them? Wow, I can't say words right now. Sorry.
I do
Too
not
many
know.
G's.
We don't really need
What
guardians.
have you done?
We're doing pretty good. We just wanted to, talk to you a while.
I'm Garmidor. I cannot
Yes, you are.
understand anything that the garden goers are saying. This is new.
I just then turned and started speaking as Sylvian, going,
I
Just
have
saying
no
random things.
idea.
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
okay.
Neither do I.
It is very pretty sounding.
What if you come back?
No, thanks. I started taking pleasure going.
Okay, what if the three of us, or maybe the four of us, if May wants to keep going, go back to the garden, and then you can talk to these little sprite things. Because you know how.
Food.
Hey, I mean,
I feel
were they trying to talk to you guys at all?
they were mostly just scared of us.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let me guess, they're smaller than me and
Oh, a lot.
our new friend.
They were like this high.
Yeah, yep. That makes sense for winter sprites.
But if
I
you speak their
get-
language, maybe they won't be afraid.
There's a lot of things out there that know how to speak our language. Ah, Garmidor, what do you want to do? Do you want to go back to do you want to just visit with us for a little while and go back to them, or do you want to travel with us, or because I'm guessing that's what these two really brought you along for, was because they want you to travel.
I'm fine either way.
Because again, you are quite adorable and entertaining.
I didn't get
And
that
it's
far!
clear new entertainment.
Garmidor did not get that far!
Wait a minute. Do you see him?
No.
Okay,
You know,
never mind.
as much as I hate to say it, guys, dusts off her finger after promptly healing it. Maybe we should go back just to talk to them if you can, because if he was really guarding them from something, I feel better if
Yeah, same.
protection
All right.
as much as
May, Dwindle, Rovan, stay put. Nyla, start going. Eddie, let's go.
Alright, I'm
Come
gonna
on,
start
Eddie.
walking with the two of them on my shoulder back towards that.
Nah, you better bring him back.
I'll bring them back. Don't worry. Come on, Eddie. Giving you a source of entertainment since we don't have a library for you.
He's following along without any question whatsoever. He is so infatuated with all of this that it is hilarious.
Oh, James. Yeah, we probably have a new pet. Let's be honest. If we don't melt him by accident.
I know, but that's the only problem. We gotta not melt him. James, if we keep him, you gotta follow through and make him a fridge or freezer.
No, me and him have to make the fridge.
That's true. Two of you cannot let him die under
I have
any
to do the
circumstances.
mechanics. Dwindle will do like all the woodwork and everything, and then I'll do all the mechanics.
It's like the Demon Slayer, you know, the
Yeah, the little backpack thing. Oh my god.
That's so cute.
I'll wear him right next to my arrows.
Yes. Since we already know he likes you.
Apparently.
Anyway, onward to the winter sprites. Apparently. Oh dear. Oh dear.
And with that, Nyla and May lead.
No. May staying back at the campfire.
Nyla and Odile. Nyla leads Odile to
Nyla carries Odile.
Yeah, I'm still on her shoulder.
well, she's still leading.
She's leading Eddie, let's be honest.
It's true.
But either way, those that are going back return to the small mushroom village, and the lights are about once again until the group starts getting closer again. And then with that, the lights suddenly start to dash once again before the slamming of small, tiny wooden doors can be heard once again by Nyla, and for the first time by Odile, as all of the sprites seem to dash into their homes.
I was just gonna look up at Odile. Can you help?
How many houses am I seeing?
Make a perception check.
Seriously, this dice loves me tonight. If we go into combat, it'll be bad. Just saying.
Actually,
Oh, it's another 22. It just keeps rolling 18s tonight, and I
nice.
I'm not gonna get mad at it.
Well, looking around. Looking around, it's a little difficult to make out at first, which shows that they are trying to stay somewhat hidden here. But looking around, you can see probably anywhere from 40 to 50 tiny little mushroom homes that are just scattered about from within the snow to climbing up the trees and in branches and in the brush and just kind of all around this area. It doesn't seem like it spans out too far, it just goes up.
There's a lot more houses than I was expecting. Huh. I hop down off of Nyla. Yeah, Garmidor. Where are you usually stationed?
What's a station?
Where do you usually stand? Or sit?
Yes.
Okay. Can you go be where you usually are when you're guarding the garden? Guarding the garden.
Kind of looks around, and then he hops down off of Nyla's shoulder, and then he kind of lightly tip-taps atop the snow because he's too light to fall in or sink in or anything like that, or even leave prints, in all honesty. He just kind of tip-taps over and then just stands dead center and just kind of... You can physically see his body moving around as his massive dandelion icicle head just kind of peers around as he's moving.
You're so cute. You can relax though. You can just stand there. You're good. Just relax. Nyla, step back another 2-3 feet.
Okay. I'll back up a little.
Thank you.
Also, if I can see a log or something, I want to sit down on something just to be a little bit shorter. Less intimidating.
That's fair. Okay. Generally moves forward and sits close kind of the houses, but not too close. With her legs kind of cross-legged and her hands just kind of out. I gotta do a performance check. Because I was thinking the best way to have them come out is if they feel safe, and she's thinking of just singing one of those songs that she's heard sprites sing before in the past in Sylvian. Is that a performance check?
Well, firstly, you would know that most sprites, like fairies, aren't necessarily the type to go around creating musicals.
Oh, that's true. My brain.
But
You went to a different
you
thing.
could sing in Sylvan anyway if you'd like.
Yeah, why not?
Alright.
The idea's already there. Why not?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking of different mythology stuff. Alright.
You're fine. Feel free to roll a performance for me.
Reminder, I'm not the bard of this group. So this is gonna be bad.
It is rather entertaining.
Please be another 18. Oh, thank God. Alright, so that's a 17.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I am kind of getting worried.
You begin singing in Sylvan. And as you sing, you notice a few of the windows kind of crack open a little bit. None necessarily come out immediately, but it seems that they're paying attention for the most part. You can see little eyes poking through. You can see little ears kind of dancing about. You can hear the fluttering of wings. None are coming out, though. Not yet. But
That's so...
you at least have their attention. Some of them.
I guess I finished singing. I look around and I go, can I talk to you guys?
Are you asking this in Sylvan?
Yeah.
You hear...
Me as player don't know how to speak Sylvan.
You hear in the distance, from one of the houses, funny enough. What do you want? And why do you know Sylvan?
I'm a fairy. So,
Oh. You look like a gnome.
well, I mean, it kind of hurt, but I mean, I guess that's fair. I do have my wings tied up. No, I'm a fairy. Surprised to see you guys out here, honestly.
What do you mean? What do you mean out here?
On the mortal plane. I really haven't seen you guys out here.
We're on the material?
Yeah, on the material plane. I haven't really seen you guys out here like that.
When the hell did we get on the material?
I don't know, but I'm guessing that might be why you guys decided to have a icicle dandelion be a guard.
That thing just showed up one day. We don't want it. He's loud.
Oh, you don't want him?
No. He goes around screaming his own name. He says he's the guardian of the garden. We don't know what the fuck that is.
He's talking about you.
This isn't a garden.
Well, he doesn't know that because he doesn't understand you. He doesn't even understand what I'm saying right now.
We could tell. We told him to get the fuck out. Multiple times, and he just held a conversation with us. The worst part is we've told him to get the hell out. And he's just looked at us and gone, I'm having a great day. How's yours? We don't know where he came from. We don't want him.
Okay. Guess that makes things easy for him. Because he seemed like he was getting lonely, not being able to actually talk with you guys.
I wonder why. We avoided him for the most part. Why'd you bring him back?
You guys are winter sprites, and I didn't know if your king made him here to protect you guys.
No!
I mean, again, you're on the material plane.
We didn't know that! We don't want to be here!
So then why did you go back?
We've thought that we were on the Fae!
Oz starts looking around going,
As you
the
look
Fae
around,
has not moved like this.
as you look around, you actually notice you all are in the Forest of Life right now. You all are in the forest that many believe is connected to the feywild due to the goddess of life.
Okay, maybe I can see where you might think that, but no, this is the Forest of Life on the material plane.
Fuck!
Trust me, I've been out here long enough to know the difference between the two. And you have no idea when or how you got here.
No!
Wait, are you the leader of this group? I mean,
I'm
you
one
must
of
be
them.
talking.
Why are we on the material? We're on the material?
Yes, you're on the material. Relax. Okay. It's okay.
Fuck!
Yeah, I know. It's a thing. You guys really don't really belong here, especially for a long period of time. I'm really wondering how long you've been out here.
I don't know!
That's concerning, because, aging for you guys on the material plane is very bad. Oof. Mm.
That's why I'm freaking out!
uh, uh, if you don't mind, if I just, look around and ask, see if anybody remembers maybe something changing? And we can try to estimate how long you've been here?
Are you the only one that speaks Sylvan in your group?
Yes, unfortunately.
That's disappointing.
Oh, I know.
Everybody! Get out here! Talk to the fairy! And all of a sudden, from all of the little mushrooms, a wave of little blue lights comes pouring out of them. And you can see a number of sprites now, of varying sizes and looks, but all of them having the same deep blue skin and strange blue glow, with these dragonfly-like, almost dragonfly-like, crystalline, almost ice wings that all just kind of flutter about and just kind of float around Nyla, the dandelion, and Odile now. And all of them start talking. All of them. All at once. And most of them aren't even helpful. It's just stuff like, well, I woke up with a wart this morning. And then the other ones are like, well, I woke up unsure of which side of the bed I was supposed to step off of. And it's little things like this and that all over the place. And all of them are saying something. It is all happening all at once.
This is all in Sylvan still, right?
Oh yeah, you hear nothing but bells.
Bells.
Little
What is
like
happening?
Christmas bells and stuff like that. Like, you know those little bells that you get on like the ornaments that have the itty bitty little metal piece in it, and it's lightly annoying after a while? That.
Hey, Odd, can you please tell me that this is a good thing and not that they're really angry at us?
But yeah, too many voices. What?
They're not angry at us, are they?
No. They're not angry at us. We're trying to figure something out.
And
Okay.
Relax.
Eddie is just
I love how this group basically just has its own commentator.
I need everybody to quiet down, please. I can't hear all voices at once. I'm not that good here.
And they just continue talking over you more and more, each of them getting louder, trying to talk over the other. For Nyla, it's very interesting because all you hear is just now the bells sound like they're yelling.
I turn to the one guy. Is there a way to get them to stop for a minute so I can?
Are you looking to the dandelion now?
No. The one guy I was talking to before in Sylvian.
Oh.
Or did I
That
lose
was
him?
trying to make herself as small as
You-
possible.
Make a perception check.
Okay. There we go. Now it's rolling a little bit different. That's a 15 plus 4, 19.
It's difficult at first because of the sudden onslaught of them, and it's very difficult to kind of pull them apart because all of the blue is starting to blend together now. But you manage to pick him out, and he's kind of off to the side now, just kind of like it. You can see on his face, and it is just written across it like, I did not mean like this.
This also tells me they were all listening to our conversation. And now they are all panicking.
Yes, without a doubt.
Okay. Random thought process. Whistles.
It goes silent.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry, I cannot understand everybody at once. Too many voices. Okay?
Garmidor hears voices.
Thank you. Okay, he's also unfortunately no help, as you guys have noticed. He also can't tell the time. Who here has been here the longest, you would say? Who has been alive longer than the others?
And from the crowd, as it splits slightly, you see a small, kind of hobbled over old old pixie. It's not a pixie. A very old, hobbled over sprite with a twig walker. And he's still flying, but you can look at him as he's pulling himself forward as he flies.
Oh no.
I've been alive the longest.
Okay, do you have any, memories or anything changing randomly? And I don't mean like you got a new wart or something.
You know, back in my day, people would listen about my warts without asking questions.
Yes, dear, but we're not in that time now. Right now I'm trying to help figure out how long you've been here. 'Cause yeah, this might be a problem.
Well, I've been here. What's for dinner?
Did you have children?
Ah, kids. Fucking useless.
Agreed. Still not the point.
Sorry.
Huh?
Oh dear. Has anybody else been here kind of long? Obviously not as long as you have, but you so far are a great shower of age. Wait, do sprites age the same kind of like fairies do with that? Sorry. Because I know, so I know for fairies, if they're in the feywild, after a certain point, they just basically don't age and they can just live for who knows how long. But in the material plane, they can only really live up to like 200 years or so. So I'm just curious.
You would know that sprites, even in the Feywild, only live to about 150 years.
All right. Judging based off of your appearance, which, by the way, you look wonderful, dear.
You're a terrible liar.
Is that a lying?
I did.
Okay, that's your opinion, dear. Anyway. So honestly, I've seen much worse off sprites. So. Anyway, besides the point, getting off topic here. Based off your appearance and everybody else seeming not to know when this occurred, correct? I just need a yes or a no. That's it.
When what occurred?
Not a whole when you guys came to the material plane.
Oh, I've been to the material plane.
You're on it right now.
Oh God, I'm back? King of Winter, help me.
And why did he put you here? Well, something's happening. No, nothing happens there. What am I saying? I don't know, you guys almost never have anything happen. Based off of all this, I say you guys really need to go back soon. Do you guys know of where the portals? Oh, you probably don't. You guys don't know where your portal is, do you?
Which one?
Any of them. I mean, you said you've been to the material plane before, so obviously you've been through portals. So do you know where any of them are? Yes, do you know where any of the material plane portals to the Feywild is?
Why would I want to go back to the material plane?
No. We're trying to go back to the Feywild.
This is better than customer service.
That's not even using customer service.
Well, yeah, all the portals back to the Feywild are on the material plane.
Yes, but where are they?
I'd show you, but I'm not on the material plane.
Yes, you are, dear. You are on the material plane right now. Okay,
Why am I back? This place was awful the first time, and it's still awful now. Holy shit.
I have to agree there. Okay, a show of hands, does anybody know where any of the portals are that are close by to get back to the Feywild? a single person.
I know where the portals are.
Is this the same old guy that I was talking to?
Yeah.
Dear, where are they?
Well, that depends. Where on the material plane are we?
We're in the Forest of Life.
Thank you. That helps none.
Um, uh, we're on the east side, right?
East Grandiasha.
I don't have a map, so we're in East Grandiasha, near Crestia and Groves. I don't know if that helps.
The Forest of Life is only on... It's only against the mountain range. Are we on the north or the south or in the middle?
North.
So we're next to them. Okay. That's not good. But I know where the portals are.
Oh, good. Where?
Where what?
Where are the portals
What
to
portals?
go back? The portals to go back to the. Player is having a hard time here.
We love the old People Factory reset.
The portals to go back to the feywild that are over here in the northern part of East Grandiasha of the Forest of Life. Where might we find some? And yes, we are on the material plane.
No wonder it smelled like ass around here. Oh, no, that's just me. And you can physically see smoke coming out of his ears as he's thinking. Ow! There's a portal. It's, you said we're the north part?
Hmm?
Depending on how far north we are, it should be to the southeast.
The southeast of what?
Yep.
Oh dear. Okay.
I will say that if what you're saying is true and we're on the material plane, but we're in the Forest of Life, we may need an escort.
Yep, that was my plan. I just needed to know where the portal was, and I was gonna bring you guys there right away.
And if we're in the north, it'll be in the southeast part.
Wait. Are we talking about in the forest still, or all the way down the continent? Because that doesn't sound right if it's all the way down the continent.
What? No, it's to the southeast
The forest.
of where we are. I don't
Okay,
remember how long a walk.
well, for you guys it'll take a while, but that's fine because we have a way we can carry you. If you allow us to carry you, that is. Besides the point. What is hiding the portal? Usually we create things to hide the portals.
Oh yeah, I know.
What is it? What is it?
I don't remember. It's not friendly.
What?
It's not friendly. Never
What
is.
do you mean it's not friendly? There's plenty of friendly portals. Feywild, just. I mean, the one I used last time was. Oh, never mind. I'm not talking about that. Yeah. Okay, so all we got to go off of right now is to the southeast, and it's not friendly. Okay. All right, everybody, I would like you to wait just a moment. I need to talk to my companion because they do not understand what we're speaking right now. So give me one moment. You guys talk amongst yourselves quietly, please. And do not panic. We will figure out what to do. Okay, we're gonna get you guys back to the Feywild somehow. Okay. And when I want your attentions, I will clap 3 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right. You good? Yeah. Okay.
They all just kind of look to each other and then nod to you.
Awesome. Cool. I just like scoots and turns around, but stays sitting. Just turn towards Nyla, Eddie.
If we're thigh high in the snow, what is Odile?
Odil's not. Odil's light enough.
Oh no, you just found a divot where the snow had dipped down deeper because there was like a small pothole almost kind of thing in the dirt underneath. So you're still muted, Nyla. There you go.
Yeah, I forgot. Like under a cluster of trees, it's a lot less snow.
Okay.
Eddie
Hi
is
guys.
Eddie is just smiling like a fool, by the way.
Hi, Eddie. Are you okay?
Oh, I am perfectly fine. I'm just enjoying everything that's going on.
Oh, good. Glad you're enjoying this.
Yeah, it's been a while since I had to use my Sylvan.
What?
Nothing.
No. You speak Sylvan? Or at least understand it? So you know what I've been saying this entire time.
You couldn't have translated for me?
Even under my breath when we're back at camp. Oh, dear God. Granted, I more speak Dragonborn, but still, Wait, do you speak Dragonborn too? Wait, you're a prince. You're supposed to learn multiple languages. Oh my God.
Ding, ding, ding. I'm so glad that you all have finally caught on to that. And remember that I am of noble blood.
Yes, something I don't like remembering. Thanks.
It's a
Hey, I'm
pretty
dead
little
either way.
princess.
Yeah, you don't have blood anymore, do you?
No, it's all ethereal. And he just kind of sticks his hand through his stomach and just kind of wiggles it around. There's not anything there anymore.
I was like, I'm gonna reach out and do that, but no, I'm too far to do it. We're gonna talk about this later, Mister.
You never asked. I'm just saying.
I know, but do you understand Dragonborn?
I understand a lot of languages.
I'll take that as a yes. It's, again, you've heard me mumble things. Aww.
If it makes you feel better, they're all going with me to the grave. Ah, I hate this.
No, it doesn't make me feel better. We're getting off topic here. Okay, so obviously Eddie knows what's going on. You two though. So first things first. Garmidor, apparently you're gonna be a part of our group now.
Okay.
Cause apparently they appreciate all the hard work you've done for them. And the conversations you've tried to have with them. But they don't need your services anymore because we're going to be taking them back to the Feywild. So you don't need to guardian them anymore. So I guess you really can just be the guardian of giants. Oh dear God, how are we going to fight with him on the battlefield though? Besides the point, does that make sense?
Eddie just kind of.
That's gonna happen
Shush.
for actual giants.
We'll worry about that later.
Lack of a brain.
I'm Garmidor, guardian of the giants.
Yes, you are, buddy. You're awesome at it. If anything, we might just find him a better job position or something. I don't know. We'll worry about that later. Right now, he is going to have to travel with us. But we have a little bit bigger situation. The winter sprites don't belong here. They don't. Because sprites age differently on the material plane, and they didn't even realize they were on the material plane, and so they don't even know how long they've been here.
How do you not realize you're on a different plane?
This is the force of life, so some things here mimic a little bit of the Feywild.
Oh.
A little bit, not too much. You'll still be surprised if you ever do go travel there.
Also, by the way, Garmidor, if you're gonna travel with me, you're gonna have to learn how to be stealthy.
I'm Garmidor, guardian of the giants. I can be quiet. Stealthy time. Sneaky, 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 sneaky.
I may take a glance over at Eddie, thinking in my head, going, based off of what they just said, I don't think that's the case.
That's real good, buddy. We'll work on it.
Okay. Besides the point, but yeah, they also said that you did just randomly show up and appear, so I'm not fully sure about your situation either.
I woke up one day.
You understand what woke up?
So do you sleep?
No. I am always awake.
You can be our lookout.
So you've been awake ever since. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Although
again, until we figure something else out for him, because
I'm
anyway,
Garmidor.
besides the point.
Sneaky, 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 sneaky.
Oh dear. Anyway, so unfortunately, again, they don't know how long they've been here, and they also don't really know. Like, we have a general idea of where the nearest portal is. Do we have a map, or are they back on the base camp?
Oh, it's probably back in the base camp. I think, doesn't May have a map? Or maybe it might be May or Dwindle. I don't think it's either. So.
I know I don't.
Dwindle does?
Okay.
That makes sense.
We're gonna have to escort them to the nearest portal to get them back to the Feywild.
How far is the portal? There's
south
a lot of them.
southeast of the forest, from what I've gathered so far.
Almost the entire country is southeast.
No. I mean the actual forest of life. The actual forest of life.
Okay,
So-
very large area.
Yeah, I know. That's why I need a map.
The Forest of Life is the entire forest that stretches along the
Yep.
mountain range.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
I'm looking at a map right now.
It stretches from the edges of the frozen tundra all the way down past phlegm and broth.
So it could literally.
That's the one that they're talking about. I mean, what does Odd have to roll to see if she knows how to find one? I have a feeling she doesn't, but what would she have to roll?
To try and find one that she knows, or
Where did she get from? Okay, I really need the map right now. So I don't even remember where she got. Hold on, I need to go back in Odd's history. Give me one moment, please. I'm just looking at the map.
But yes, you are correct, Nyla. The entire continent is southeast of here.
Oh wait, is it southwest?
No, it's southeast. The entire continent is to the southeast direction.
There's a lot of ground to cover. And there are a lot of these creatures and they're very small. How are we supposed to protect them? An indefinite journey to something we don't know how to find. Or do you know how to find it?
Okay, so in this case, 'cause I'm looking at it and where she got spit out, know how to find one, say.
Do you know how to find one?
To try to locate one.
You know what? Wait, is she saying
Like,
this?
No, I'm saying this to Will. Like, what would she have to roll? What would I have to roll to see if she knows how to possibly try to find one? Because if we were in the South,
Well,
she might know some, but we're not in the South.
Well, trying to find some is different from actually finding one and then discerning whether or not it is a portal. See, feywild portals, from what you all know from stories and fairy tales, and what Odile knows from personal experience, portals between the planes are almost impossible to find simply because of the fact that they are very well hidden due to the fact that the gods themselves and the planes themselves don't like interacting with each other. The gods don't like the planes interacting with each other, and the planes don't like interacting with each other. Not in the sense of the planes are angry at the material, or like the earth plane is angry at the material plane because the material plane called its mother fat or something like that. It's each one interacts with each other volatilely. The Feywild leaking into the material plane created the Forest of Life, where the goddess of life is said to have laid down to rest, or touched the material plane when she was upon it. You have the Shadowfell, which interacts with the material plane in very volatile ways. You've got the earth plane, water plane, so on and so forth. Each plane reacts to the others differently, but all of them are very angry at each other, no matter how they interact. So, a lot of times portals are very difficult to find, and if you do find them, they're usually guarded or protected or hidden or something of the sort. So, figuring out how to find one is basically just picking a direction and hoping for the best. Now, actually noticing the details of what a portal causes, that's something entirely different. That's based on if you notice them. From there, you get different checks. But that's the fun and annoying part of portals to the other planes, is some of them are in the most obvious of places, and others are just not.
Heck,
But you do know that there's one to the southeast.
do we really want to travel with sprites for, months on end?
It
No.
seems like a disaster waiting to happen.
Exactly, that's why we need to find one that's much closer. Wait a minute. Do you know where a portal is?
Who are you asking?
Eddie.
No. As much fun as it would be for me to know where a portal to the feywild of all places is, I don't. I've read up on them, and I understand what they are. I've never seen them. I've never had a reason to see them. I kind of like living, and I've read up on some of the other planes of existence, and I'm perfectly content. Or at least when I was alive, I was perfectly content with never traveling to any of the other ones. Now that I'm dead, I'd be a little more fine with it, because what could happen? I die twice.
Sorry to disappoint, but I'll never be going back to the Feywild. So
That's actually
I'm not allowed back there anyway.
Dying twice. I don't like that idea.
No.
And yet here you were when we first met saying, please let me go. Let me go.
Well, that's because I am forcibly connected to that claw.
Yes, I know.
Letting me go would have, put me somewhere else. I don't know where. The gods decide that.
Mm-hmm. That's the plan. You're stuck with us now. I do not have any plans of letting you go. No matter how annoying your nobleness is.
That is both perfectly fine and absolutely terrifying.
Isn't it? Isn't it such? Okay, if we're getting off track here, guys. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Turns back to the group. Claps 3 times. Were they even talking amongst themselves, or did I just, clap and they were still all quiet?
They've been patiently waiting for an answer.
Oh, sorry, guys. I wanted to ask real quickly, did you guys travel here by chance? Or do you guys not remember moving around or anything?
We don't remember moving.
That's what I thought. Okay, one moment, please. Gets back around. Okay, there has to be a portal nearby. Because they don't even remember moving. Because here's what I'm just thinking. They didn't even realize they're on the material plane. They don't realize they popped here at all. Which means there's gotta be a portal nearby. Meaning someone brought them here through a portal nearby. Because there's no way someone's gonna go months on end with a whole bunch of sprites just to put them here.
That wouldn't make much sense.
So there's got to be a portal number, right?
Yeah, that would make sense. And sorry, did you say that you know how to find portals?
Yeah. Kind of, not really. The portal thing. Grow. Let's just say portals were frowned upon in my very, very young days. I wasn't even supposed to touch the portal I kept going in and out of. So yeah, I didn't really gain too much information. I know kind of semi what to look for, but not really.
So what I'm hearing is we're going portal hunting.
Yes, Eddie, we are going portal hunting.
So what are you looking for?
That's a good question.
And as Odile is attempting to remember how to find portals, that is where we will call tonight's session.
Good.
Because it is officially 10:20. So, thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you all for joining us around the campfire for tonight's story from the Wisps. And sadly, this one did not include Dwindle very much, but we are glad that you all could join us for this short chapter without him. Nonetheless, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining us in the woods. Remember to follow the fireflies, because you never know what stories they may have to tell. And, who knows? Next time, we may just find a portal. We hope you all had a wonderful evening. We hope you all have a wonderful day. We hope you all have a wonderful night. Whatever it is, we hope that you have a good one. And we will keep the fire roaring for you here in the Will-O-Wisp Woods. Goodbye, everybody.